Discover the hidden power within you, the law of vibration. Every thought and feeling you hold shapes your reality, attracting the life you desire. Listen now and learn to master this ancient secret to transform your world from within. The Vibration Law. Introduction. In the boundless expanse of existence lies a truth so fundamental it weaves through every fiber of reality. This truth, known as the law of vibration, forms the very foundation upon which your world stands. Like the strings of a cosmic instrument, all matter, thought, and energy dance to the rhythm of vibration. You exist as a living expression of vibration. Every cell, every thought, every emotion resonates at its own unique frequency. The ancients understood this profound truth, recognizing that the physical world merely reflects the vibrational essence beneath. Your body, which appears solid to your eyes, consists of countless atoms in constant motion, vibrating in perfect harmony with the universal symphony. Your inner being grasps these eternal truths despite rational skepticism. You've always sensed the subtle energies flowing through you, felt atmospheric shifts in different spaces, and noticed how some people energize while others drain you. You've experienced moments when your whole self resonated with potential. The law of vibration reveals that your thoughts and emotions are not mere abstract concepts. They are energetic frequencies that ripple through the fabric of existence. Every feeling you harbor, every belief you hold, emanates a specific vibration that attracts corresponding experiences into your life. This is not mysticism shrouded in complexity, but rather the elegant simplicity of universal law. As you embrace this understanding, you begin to recognize your role as a conscious conductor of energy. Your thoughts become instruments of creation, your emotions the music that shapes your reality. The power to transform your life has always resided within you, waiting to be awakened through this timeless wisdom. The journey before you opens doorways to dimensions of understanding that have remained hidden from your conscious awareness. Through the mastery of vibration, you hold the key to unlocking realms of possibility that exist beyond the veil of ordinary perception. Part 1. Awakening your vibration. Chapter 1. The Energy Within. In the heart of an ancient desert, a tale speaks of a peculiar place where nothing grew for countless generations. The sands stretched endlessly, yet whispers passed through generations told of a hidden wellspring beneath the surface. Many searched, digging deep into the earth, but found only dry sand. One day a child appeared who, instead of digging, sat quietly upon the sand. In stillness, the child felt a subtle pulse beneath, a rhythm that spoke of water flowing deep below. Following this gentle vibration, the child discovered the wellspring that had eluded all others, transforming the barren land into an oasis of life. Within you flows a similar wellspring of energy, an eternal source of creation that shapes every aspect of your existence. This vibration forms the foundation of your being, determining the experiences that manifest in your life. Just as radio waves carry music through the air, your internal frequency broadcasts a signal that the universe mirrors back to you. When your inner vibration aligns with joy, circumstances naturally unfold to reflect this frequency. Conversely, when discord rules your inner world, external experiences match this disharmony. Your thoughts and emotions are not passive observers but active creators, generating ripples through the fabric of reality. This truth reveals itself in the tale of the wanderer who lost their way in a dense forest. For days, they struggled against nature, fighting through thorns and thickets. Exhausted and desperate, they finally ceased their struggle and sat beneath an ancient tree. As their breathing slowed, they began to notice the forest's subtle rhythms, the way leaves danced in the breeze, how birds moved in perfect patterns. Following these natural frequencies, they discovered a hidden path leading to a magnificent garden that had remained concealed from those who fought against nature's flow. Like this wanderer, you too walk through life surrounded by hidden gardens of possibility. When you attune to your inner vibration, you naturally align with paths previously invisible to your awareness. The wanderer's discovery came not through force but through harmony, a lesson that speaks to the power of vibrational alignment. Now, as you begin your journey into vibrational mastery, a sacred practice awaits. Find a quiet space where you can remain undisturbed. Settle into a comfortable position and allow your eyes to close gently. Begin to notice the subtle sensations of energy flowing through your body. You might feel it as a tingling in your hands, a warmth in your chest, or a gentle pulsing throughout your form. Make no attempt to change these sensations. Simply observe them with curious awareness. This practice forms the cornerstone of your understanding, teaching you to recognize and ultimately work with your own vibrational nature. Remain in this state of awareness for several minutes, allowing yourself to become familiar with your personal energetic signature. This simple yet powerful practice opens the gateway to deeper understanding of the vibrational laws that govern all creation. Chapter 2. Seeing Beyond the Physical. In the mountains of an ancient land lived a wise teacher who had never known physical sight. From childhood, darkness had been his constant companion. Yet those who sought his wisdom spoke of his remarkable ability to understand the true nature of all things. One day, a group of students journeyed to learn from him, expecting to find a life of limitation. Instead, they discovered a master who moved through his world with grace and insight that surpassed their own. Your physical senses reveal only the surface of reality, much like ripples on the ocean hint at the vast depths below. Every object, every person, every circumstance vibrates with an energy that speaks its true nature. When you learn to attune to these vibrations, you begin to perceive life's deeper currents. Think of the world as a grand symphony. While your eyes might see only the musicians and their instruments, the essence lies in the music itself, invisible yet powerfully present. Similarly, beneath all physical forms flows an energy that shapes your experience of reality. This energy speaks through feelings, intuitions, and subtle awareness that transcend ordinary perception. To illustrate this truth, witness the tale of the mountain monk who spent years in solitude. Though surrounded by nature's beauty, he initially saw only trees, rocks, and streams. As his practice deepened, he began to sense something more, an invisible dance of energy flowing through everything. He noticed how certain spaces felt energizing while others invited calm. He recognized the subtle differences in vibration between morning dew and evening mist, between ancient trees and young saplings. One morning, as he sat in meditation, a group of travelers lost in the mountains approached his dwelling. Without opening his eyes, he knew of their arrival, felt their weariness, and sensed their need for guidance. When they asked how he had known they were coming, he smiled and spoke of the ripples their presence had created in the invisible fabric of energy surrounding his home. Like this monk, you possess the innate ability to sense the vibrational essence of life. Every space you enter, every person you meet, every situation you encounter carries its own energetic signature. Learning to read these signatures opens a new dimension of understanding and interaction with your world. Now I invite you to explore this deeper perception through a simple yet powerful practice. As you move through your day, pause in different environments: your home, a garden, a busy street, or a quiet room. Close your eyes and open your awareness to the feeling each space evokes. Notice how some locations energize while others calm. Pay attention to the subtle differences in how your body responds to various surroundings. This practice awakens your natural ability to sense the vibrational currents that flow beneath physical reality. Chapter 3. Tuning into Universal Frequency. In a valley where ancient trees whispered secrets of the ages, there lived a musician whose melodies seemed to dance with the very breath of nature. Each dawn, she would carry her simple wooden flute to a meadow where the wind's gentle song moved through tall grass. At first, she played her own compositions, but something felt missing. One morning, instead of imposing her melody, she listened, truly listened, to the wind's rhythm. As she matched her breath to its flow, her music transformed. The birds joined her symphony, leaves rustled in harmony, and even the stones seemed to resonate with her tune. The universe pulses with frequencies beyond ordinary perception. Like radio waves that surround you unseen, these vibrations carry the potential for perfect harmony. When you align your energy with these higher frequencies, life flows with natural grace and power. This alignment isn't about forcing change, it's about tuning yourself to the universe's song. Think of yourself as an instrument. Just as a violin string must be properly tensioned to produce its true note, your energy field can be tuned to resonate with universal forces. This tuning happens not through effort, but through allowing, through becoming aware of the subtle vibrations that surround and flow through you. In the heights of the mystic mountains, a sage once guided a young student in the art of universal harmony. Day after day, the student struggled to understand his teacher's cryptic instruction to listen to the world's heartbeat. He strained his ears, focusing intently on every sound, yet understanding eluded him. One evening, as frustration peaked, the sage led him to a crystal-clear pool beneath the stars. "Stop trying," she whispered, "and simply be." As the student's mind quieted, something shifted. He began to sense rather than hear, first the rhythm of his own heart, then the pulse of the earth beneath him, and finally the vast cosmic dance that orchestrated it all. In that moment, he understood that harmony wasn't about listening with his ears, but with his entire being. This tale mirrors your own journey toward alignment with universal energy. Like the student, you may initially seek harmony through effort and control. Yet true alignment emerges when you surrender to the natural flow that already exists within and around you. The practice of harmonizing with universal frequency begins with the most fundamental rhythm, your own breath and heartbeat. Find a quiet space and settle into a comfortable position. Place one hand over your heart and simply feel its steady pulse. Allow your breath to naturally align with this rhythm. As you continue, you may notice a subtle flow beginning to emerge, a current that connects your personal rhythm to the greater symphony of existence. This ancient practice awakens your innate ability to sense and align with the universe's higher frequencies. Chapter 4. Understanding the Vibrational Self. In a distant time when wisdom flowed like water through mountain streams, a traveler journeyed across vast lands carrying 2 bags. In one, she collected stones, each representing a worry, fear, or heavy thought that crossed her path. In the other, she gathered feathers, light moments of joy, gratitude, and peace. As her journey continued, the bag of stones grew heavier, causing her steps to slow and her spirit to burden, while the feathers remained weightless, lifting her heart whenever she reached for them. Your vibrational essence responds to every thought and emotion you harbor. Like the traveler's bags, Your inner world carries both weight and lightness. Each thought emanates a specific frequency. Some pull you earthward like gravity, while others lift you toward the infinite possibilities above. When you hold on to criticism, judgment, or fear, your energy field becomes dense, creating resistance to life's natural flow. Yet when you embrace appreciation, love, and trust, your vibration naturally elevates, allowing universal forces to move freely through your being. This is not mere metaphor. It is the physics of consciousness itself. In a village snuggled among ancient hills lived a wise woman known for her gift of healing. Those who sought her counsel arrived carrying invisible burdens, shoulders hunched under the weight of accumulated thoughts and emotions. Rather than offering herbs or remedies, she would guide each person to a clear stream that flowed through her garden. "Watch the water," she would say, placing a leaf in the current. "See how it carries away what is released to it." Then she would invite them to name their burdens, one by one, and imagine each flowing away like leaves on the stream. Those who embraced this practice found their energy transformed, their steps lighter, their eyes brighter. The village itself began to pulse with a higher frequency as more people learned to release what weighed upon their spirits. This tale mirrors the transformative power you hold within. Like those villagers, you carry accumulated thoughts and emotions that influence your vibrational state. By becoming aware of these energetic weights, you gain the power to choose, to release what burdens you and cultivate what uplifts you. Now find a small object that symbolizes something weighing upon your spirit. Hold it in your palm, feeling its physical weight as you acknowledge the emotional or mental burden it represents. When you're ready, release this object. Let it fall from your hand or place it gently aside. As you do, experience the immediate lightness that follows, knowing that you have the power to similarly release thoughts that lower your vibration. This practice, passed down through generations of wisdom keepers, begins the process of consciously choosing your vibrational state. Chapter 5: Releasing Low Vibrational Patterns. In a time before memory, there lay a village eternally shrouded in shadows. The inhabitants had grown so accustomed to the darkness that they forgot the brilliance of light. Day after day, they stumbled through their lives, believing this dimness was all that existed, until one child discovered an ancient lantern in her grandmother's attic. As she lit it, its warm glow pierced the darkness, revealing colors and beauty long forgotten. Inspired, other villagers began lighting their own lanterns, and with each new flame, the shadows retreated further, unveiling a world more vibrant than they had ever imagined. You, like those villagers, may find yourself dwelling in shadows cast by limiting beliefs. These beliefs, invisible yet powerful, create patterns that repeat endlessly, keeping you bound to familiar struggles. Each thought that diminishes your worth, each doubt that questions your capability, acts as a shadow obscuring your true potential. The law of vibration reveals that these patterns persist not because they are truth, but because they have become habitual frequencies within your energy field. When you believe success is beyond your reach, this very belief emanates a vibration that repels opportunities. When you doubt your worthiness of love, this frequency creates a barrier around your heart. Yet just as shadows cannot exist in the presence of light, limiting beliefs dissolve when exposed to the radiance of truth. Each time you challenge a restrictive thought, you ignite a flame within your consciousness. Each time you choose to believe in possibility rather than limitation, you raise your vibration to match your desires. In a peaceful valley, there lived a gardener renowned for growing the most beautiful flowers in the land. When asked about her secret, she would smile and say, "I spend as much time removing weeds as I do tending to my flowers." She understood that even the strongest blooms could not flourish if forced to compete with invasive growth. Each morning, she would carefully examine her garden, gently but firmly removing anything that threatened to choke her precious plants. This gardener's wisdom mirrors the care your own consciousness requires. Your mind is a fertile field where both limiting beliefs and empowering truths can take root. Just as weeds steal nutrients from flowers, limiting beliefs drain energy from your dreams and aspirations. Take now your journal and pen, tools as ancient as human wisdom itself. Draw 2 lines upon a page, creating 3 columns. In the first, write a limiting belief that has taken root in your mind's garden. In the second, examine the effects this belief has had on your life, how it has restricted your growth or dimmed your light. In the third column, plant a new truth, one that aligns with your highest potential. This practice of conscious weeding allows fresh possibilities to bloom where limitations once grew. Through this simple yet powerful ritual, you begin the sacred work of tending your inner garden, creating space for your true nature to flourish. Chapter 6: The Power of Awareness. In a distant mountain village, there lived a young artist whose paintings failed to capture the vibrancy she sought. Day after day, she created scenes that felt lifeless, devoid of the essence she knew existed in the world. One morning, while lamenting her work, she encountered an elderly woman sitting quietly by a stream. The woman beckoned her closer and whispered, "To paint life, you must first learn to see it." For the next season, the artist followed the elder's guidance. She spent hours watching dewdrops catch the morning light, observing how leaves danced in the wind, and studying the subtle shifts of cloud formations. Gradually, her awareness deepened. She began to notice the interconnected rhythms of nature, the hidden patterns in seemingly ordinary moments. When she returned to her canvas, her paintings now radiated with an inner light that moved all who beheld them. You possess this same capacity for heightened awareness. Every moment holds infinite layers of vibration, waiting to be discovered through your conscious attention. As you cultivate awareness of your thoughts and feelings, you develop mastery over your vibrational state. This awareness becomes your compass, guiding you toward energies that elevate and transform. Notice how your energy shifts throughout the day. When thoughts of lack arise, your vibration lowers, creating resistance to abundance. When gratitude fills your heart, your frequency rises, attracting more reasons for thankfulness. This observation, free from judgment, reveals the direct connection between your inner state and outer experience. In a monastery garden, a wise teacher noticed her student rushing through daily tasks, mind scattered like autumn leaves. The teacher invited the student to join her in tending the garden. "Watch how I care for each plant," she instructed. As they worked together, the teacher moved with deliberate attention, fully present with every action. She showed her student how to feel the soil's moisture, observe the angle of stems reaching for light, and listen to the whispers of leaves in the breeze. Days turned to weeks as they practiced this mindful gardening. Gradually, the student's awareness expanded beyond the garden. She began to notice the subtle flavors in her food, the rhythm of her breath, the shifting emotions in her heart. Her entire world transformed through this simple practice of attention. This tale mirrors your own journey of awakening. Through conscious awareness, you discover the power to shape your vibrational reality. Just as the student learned to tend her garden with presence, you can cultivate awareness of your inner landscape. Begin now with this ancient practice. Set aside 5 minutes each day for quiet observation. Find a comfortable position and allow your attention to rest gently on the stream of thoughts flowing through your mind. Watch them as you would watch clouds passing in the sky, without grasping or rejecting. Notice how some thoughts carry a heavy vibration, while others feel light and expansive. This practice of non-reactive awareness becomes your foundation for conscious vibrational mastery. Chapter 7: Gratitude. Along an ancient path winding through mist-shrouded mountains, a wanderer searched for a legendary treasure. While others had rushed past the same route with eyes fixed only on their destination, this wanderer paused to marvel at dewdrops catching the morning light. He stopped to help an elderly woman gather herbs, discovering through her wisdom the medicinal properties of common plants. At each stream crossing, he thanked the clear waters for quenching his thirst. As the wanderer continued his journey with gratitude in his heart, something extraordinary began to unfold. The path itself seemed to brighten, revealing markers others had missed. Each moment of appreciation opened his eyes further, until at last he found himself standing before a hidden cave entrance that countless others had passed unseeing. Inside lay not gold or jewels, but crystalline waters that held the power to heal and transform, a treasure far greater than he had imagined. You too walk a path lined with treasures, though they may not appear as you expect. Gratitude acts as a key, unlocking doors to abundance that remain invisible to those focused only on lack. When you vibrate at the frequency of appreciation, you align with the universe's natural state of abundance. This alignment occurs through a simple yet powerful principle. Gratitude elevates your energetic frequency. Like a tuning fork resonating at a higher pitch, your appreciation creates vibrations that attract experiences matching that elevated state. Each moment of genuine thankfulness raises your frequency further, creating an upward spiral of positive attraction. In a small village snuggled among ancient olive groves, a wise woman noticed how complaints had begun to poison the community's spirit. Crops withered, relationships soured, and prosperity dwindled. One morning, she gathered the villagers and handed each a small stone, instructing them to move it from one pocket to another, each time they noticed something worthy of thanks. At first, the villagers struggled to find reasons for gratitude, but gradually they began to notice the warmth of sunlight, the taste of fresh bread, the sound of children's laughter. As appreciation grew, their energy shifted. The community's vibration rose collectively. Soon, the once struggling village flourished, their gardens abundant, their bonds strengthened, their hearts light with joy. This simple practice transformed an entire village, just as it can transform your reality. Through gratitude, you tune your energy to life's highest frequencies, becoming a natural magnet for blessings both seen and unseen. Take up this sacred practice passed down through generations. Each day, record 3 gifts life has offered you. Let your appreciation flow freely, embracing both the extraordinary and the seemingly ordinary. A warm cup of tea, a kind word from a stranger, the steady rhythm of your breath, all hold the power to elevate your vibration when met with genuine thankfulness. Chapter 8: Building the Foundation of Faith. Long ago, a young sailor ventured across vast waters, guided only by his instruments and the familiar patterns of waves. Yet when storm clouds gathered and obscured his compass, fear gripped his heart. In darkness so complete he could not see his own hands, the sailor remembered teachings passed down by ancient mariners, wisdom that spoke of navigating by the eternal stars above. As the clouds parted briefly, revealing pinpoints of celestial light, he recognized the constellations his elders had taught him. In that moment, something within him shifted. He understood that these same stars had guided countless souls before him, their light a constant presence whether visible or hidden. Through faith in their guidance, he found his way to safe harbor. The universe speaks to you through similar eternal principles. Faith vibrates at one of the highest frequencies available to human consciousness. It lifts you beyond the limited perception of your physical senses into alignment with universal intelligence. When you cultivate unwavering faith, you tap into an energy that transcends circumstance, connecting you to the infinite wisdom that orchestrates galaxies. This faith frequency dissolves doubt, fear, and resistance, the very energies that block your natural connection to Source. Like a radio tuning precisely to a clear signal, faith aligns you with the universe's guidance system. Through this alignment, you open yourself to receive direction, support, and abundance from the infinite field of all possibilities. In the highlands of an ancient land, a young shepherd tended his flock through the changing seasons. One evening, as darkness fell earlier than expected, he found himself separated from his sheep in unfamiliar territory. The path ahead disappeared into shadow, and the wind carried unfamiliar sounds. Rather than succumb to fear, the shepherd recalled his grandfather's words about trusting the unseen path. "The way forward is always illuminated," the old man had said, "if you have faith to perceive it." Taking a deep breath, the shepherd stepped forward, trusting each placement of his feet. As his eyes adjusted to the darkness, he began to notice subtle markers: the texture of the ground, the direction of the wind, the distant bleating of his flock. By trusting these subtle signs, he found his way back to his sheep, who had instinctively gathered in a protected valley. Just as the shepherd discovered, faith reveals the path when your physical eyes see only darkness. Your journey may not always be clear, but the universe provides markers and signs when you trust enough to perceive them. Sacred practice. Find a quiet moment at the beginning or end of each day. Close your eyes and center yourself with 3 deep breaths. Then, with conviction and trust, speak these words: "I am guided and supported." Let this affirmation resonate through your being, feeling the vibration of absolute faith in universal guidance. Repeat this practice whenever doubt or fear arise, allowing faith to restore your connection to divine wisdom. Part 2. Mastering Vibrational Alignment. Chapter 9. The Art of Feeling as If. In a sunlit studio, an artist stood before a blank canvas. While others saw emptiness, she perceived the finished masterpiece with perfect clarity. Each brushstroke existed first in her heart: the vivid colors, the interplay of light and shadow, the emotions the piece would evoke. As she painted, she allowed herself to feel the joy and satisfaction of completion, experiencing the reality of her vision before it manifested in physical form. Through this sacred act of creation, you too possess the power to shape reality through feeling. The universe responds not to your wishes or wants, but to the vibration of your emotional state. When you align your feelings with the reality you desire, you create an energetic blueprint that the universe must fulfill. This ancient principle reveals that manifestation flows through the gateway of emotion. Just as a seed contains the full pattern of a mature tree, your feelings hold the complete template of your desires. By dwelling in the emotional space of your fulfilled dreams, you broadcast a frequency that attracts corresponding circumstances. Your thoughts may speak of what you want, but your feelings declare what you are. When you embody the emotions of having already received your desire, you shift from a space of wanting to a state of being. This vibrational alignment is the master key that unlocks the universe's abundance. In a distant temple, a young dancer prepared for the most important performance of her life. Rather than rehearse physically, she sat in stillness, eyes closed, immersing herself in the experience of flawless execution. She felt the graceful flow of movement, the harmony with the music, the joy of artistic expression. Most importantly, she allowed herself to feel the deep satisfaction of having already achieved perfection in her dance. When she finally took the stage, her body simply followed the energetic pattern she had already created. Her performance emerged as a physical reflection of what she had first lived in feeling, moving audiences to tears with its transcendent beauty. Like this dancer, you have the power to shape your reality by first living it in feeling. Your emotional body is the bridge between desire and manifestation, between potential and actualization. Sacred practice. Find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. Take 3 deep breaths to center yourself. Now bring to mind one heartfelt goal that calls to your soul. Close your eyes and step fully into the reality where this desire has already manifested. Feel the emotions flowing through you in this achieved state, the joy, the satisfaction, the peace, the excitement. Let these feelings fill every cell of your being. Notice the details of this manifested reality, what you see, hear, and touch. Most importantly, fully embrace how it feels to be living this dream. Spend several minutes steeping in these emotions, allowing them to become your dominant vibration. This feeling state is the frequency that will draw your desire into physical form. Chapter 10, Elevating with Intentional Thoughts. In a mountain village, an archer named Lynn spent years mastering her craft. While others practiced only their aim, she discovered a deeper truth, that the power of her shot began in her mind. Before each arrow's release, she stilled her thoughts like the surface of an undisturbed pool, focusing her entire being on the target. The quality of your thoughts shapes the course of your destiny, much as Lynn's mental clarity guided her arrows. Each thought you hold resonates with a specific frequency, creating ripples through the fabric of your reality. When you cultivate intentional, elevated thoughts, you establish powerful currents of energy that flow toward your desired outcomes. Your mind is an instrument of creation, continuously broadcasting signals into the universal field. These signals attract experiences that match their frequency. Just as a clear pool reflects the sky perfectly, a focused mind manifests its contents with remarkable precision. By choosing thoughts aligned with your highest good, you create a magnetic force that draws corresponding circumstances into your life. This ancient wisdom teaches that thoughts are not mere mental activity, but living energy that shapes your world. When you fill your mind with thoughts of abundance, joy, and success, you create an energetic blueprint that the universe recognizes and reflects. The key lies not in forcing positive thinking, but in cultivating awareness of your mental patterns and gently directing them toward uplifting frequencies. High upon a mountain peak, a monk named Wei struggled with inner turmoil until he learned to observe his thoughts like clouds passing through the sky. Each morning, he would sit in meditation, watching his mental activity without attachment. Gradually, he discovered he could choose which thoughts to nurture and which to let drift away. Through this practice, Wei found that peace wasn't the absence of challenging thoughts, but the mastery of directing mental energy toward tranquility. Wei's journey mirrors your own potential to cultivate mental discipline. Just as he learned to guide his thoughts toward peace, you possess the power to direct your mental energy toward that which serves your highest good. Every thought you choose becomes a seed planted in the garden of your consciousness. Sacred practice. Each morning, set aside a few moments for this ancient practice of intentional thought cultivation. Begin by selecting 3 positive affirmations that resonate with your spirit. These might be statements like, "I am aligned with abundance," or "Peace flows through me naturally." Speak these words aloud while feeling their truth in your heart. As you move through your day, return to these chosen thoughts whenever you notice your mind wandering. Let them become anchors that steady your mental state in higher frequencies. Remember that each intentional thought is like an arrow released with perfect aim, guiding your energy toward manifestation. Chapter 11, Harmonizing with Universal Flow. In a distant valley, where mountains touched the clouds, a river carved its path through the ancient landscape. Though boulders and fallen trees often blocked its course, the river never fought against these obstacles. Instead, it gracefully curved around them, finding new channels and creating beautiful patterns in its flow. The river's strength lay not in force, but in its ability to yield and adapt, perpetually moving forward in harmony with the land. The universal energy flows through your life much like this sacred river. When you resist its current, struggling against what is, you create turbulence in your vibration. Yet when you align with its natural rhythm, surrendering to its wisdom, you discover an effortless path forward. This alignment manifests through acceptance of what is, coupled with trust in the unfolding of your journey. Like water finding its way around obstacles, you possess the innate wisdom to flow with life's circumstances rather than against them. This surrender is not weakness, but rather the highest form of strength, one that maintains your course while adapting to the terrain before you. As you release resistance, you enter a state of vibrational harmony with the universe. This harmony amplifies your creative force, allowing manifestation to unfold naturally rather than through force or struggle. The key lies in recognizing that the universe moves in perfect rhythm, and your role is to attune yourself to this divine dance. In a serene mountain garden, there lived a wise cultivator who understood nature's cycles. Through years of tending his plants, he learned that each season brought its own gifts. During spring's abundance, he celebrated growth. In summer's heat, he provided shade. As autumn approached, he prepared for harvest, and in winter's quiet, he rested with the earth. Never did he fight against the natural order, for he knew that true mastery lay in moving with the seasons rather than against them. The gardener's wisdom speaks to your own journey of alignment. Just as he honored each season's purpose, you are invited to embrace life's natural ebbs and flows. When you resist change or cling to what must pass, you create discord in your vibration. But when you move in harmony with life's rhythms, you discover a profound peace that elevates your frequency. Sacred flow practice. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed. Allow your breath to become your teacher in the art of surrender. Without trying to control or change your breathing, simply observe its natural rhythm. Notice how each breath rises and falls of its own accord, requiring no effort or manipulation from you. As you continue this practice, let your awareness rest in this effortless flow. Feel how your breath mirrors the universal current, sometimes deep, sometimes shallow, yet always in perfect harmony with what is needed in each moment. Through this simple practice, you attune yourself to the natural state of flow, allowing your vibration to align with the universe's endless dance. Chapter 12. Emotional Mastery for Higher Vibration. In a mountain village where wisdom echoed through ancient valleys, there lived an elder whose eyes held the light of countless seasons. Each day, young villagers sought his counsel, but one youth stood apart, a passionate soul whose emotions stormed like tempestuous seas. "Your feelings are like weather," the elder told him. "You cannot stop the rain, but you can learn to sail through any storm." Taking the youth to a cliff top, he pointed to the valley below where dark clouds gathered. "Watch how nature teaches us mastery." The clouds burst, releasing their fury, yet beneath them, a majestic eagle soared, rising above the turbulence to find clear skies. The elder smiled. Like this eagle, you too can rise above your storms. Your emotions shape the essence of your vibrational signature. When left unchecked, they toss you like leaves in a tempest. Yet within you lies the power to transform these energetic currents into forces of creation rather than destruction. The key to emotional mastery lies not in suppressing feelings, but in learning to guide them. Just as a skilled captain navigates treacherous waters, you possess the ability to steer your emotional vessel through life's challenges. This mastery begins with awareness, recognizing that emotions are energy in motion, neither good nor bad, but simply indicators of your vibrational state. Through conscious choice, you can transmute lower emotional frequencies into higher vibrations. Anger becomes determination, fear transforms into curiosity, and sadness evolves into compassion. This alchemical process requires patience and practice, but its rewards manifest in every aspect of your existence. Along a winding mountain path traveled a wanderer seeking peace. At each village, she asked where tranquility could be found. Some pointed to serene temples, others to quiet forests. Yet no matter where she went, inner turmoil followed. One evening, she met an old woman tending her garden during a fierce storm. While others sought shelter, this woman worked calmly, her movements steady and purposeful. "How do you remain so peaceful in this chaos?" the wanderer asked. The old woman replied, "Peace is not the absence of storms, but the strength to remain centered within them." Through this simple truth, the wanderer discovered that true stability comes from within, independent of external circumstances. This tale mirrors your own journey toward emotional sovereignty. Like the wanderer, you may seek peace in external conditions, but true mastery emerges from cultivating inner stability regardless of outer storms. Emotion mapping practice. Take a quiet moment with your journal. Draw 2 columns. In the first, list emotions that currently create turbulence in your vibration. In the second column, write the higher vibrational emotion you wish to cultivate in its place. For example, frustration, patience, worry, trust, resentment, understanding. For each pair, close your eyes and feel the current emotion fully. Then consciously choose to shift toward its higher counterpart, allowing your energy to transform naturally. This practice builds your capacity to navigate emotional waters with grace and intention. Chapter 13. Visualization. In a sunlit valley where mountain streams wove patterns through ancient meadows, there lived a young weaver whose hands held magic. Each morning, before touching her loom, she would close her eyes and see the finished tapestry in her mind, every thread, every color, every intricate pattern already complete in her imagination. Through your own inner eye, you too possess this sacred power of creation. Like the weaver who sees beyond empty threads, you can craft bridges between present moments and future realities through the art of visualization. The universe responds to the pictures you paint in your mind. These mental images act as templates, drawing forth corresponding energetic patterns into physical form. When you visualize with clarity and feeling, you create a vibrational frequency that magnetizes your desires into being. Yet this is not mere daydreaming, it is conscious creation. As you form clear, vivid images of your desires, infusing them with emotion and belief, you establish an energetic pathway. This bridge connects where you stand to where you wish to be, making the journey not just possible but inevitable. In a distant kingdom there lived a dreamer who saw visions of magnificent gardens in a land where only desert stretched endlessly. Others laughed at his conviction, but each night he would sit beneath the stars, seeing lush greenery and flowing fountains as clearly as if they already existed. Day after day, he walked the barren land, his mind filled with images of abundance. His unwavering vision began to guide his actions. Each step, each choice aligned with the future he saw so clearly. Gradually, others caught glimpses of his vision too. Wells were dug, seeds were planted, and water began to flow. The desert transformed, matching the picture he had held faithfully in his mind. This dreamer's journey mirrors the power you hold within. Your ability to see beyond current circumstances creates a template for transformation. Like the dreamer who saw gardens in desert sands, your clear mental pictures become blueprints for manifestation. Sacred visualization practice. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Close your eyes and bring to mind one cherished dream. See it with crystal clarity, every detail, every sensation, every feeling of its reality. What colors surround you? What sounds fill the air? How does your body feel in this realized vision? Immerse yourself in this scene for several minutes, allowing it to feel as real as your present moment. Let your heart fill with the joy of its accomplishment, your body with the certainty of its manifestation. Practice this visualization daily, building the bridge between now and your desired future with each moment of focused imagery. Chapter 14: Sacred Practices for Daily Alignment. In a mountain sanctuary untouched by time, a sage gathered his students at dawn each day. As morning mist swirled around their feet, he taught them sacred movements that seemed to paint light in the air. Your energy, he would say, is like water in a vessel. It must be purified and elevated through devoted practice. You possess within you this same vessel of energy, waiting to be refined through sacred ritual. The ancient ways of maintaining vibrational harmony lie not in sporadic efforts, but in the steady rhythm of daily devotion. Your energy field requires consistent attention, much like a garden needs regular tending. Through intentional daily practices, you create a foundation of stability that allows your vibration to naturally rise and remain elevated. These are not mere habits, but sacred agreements with the universe. Each action a prayer, each moment an offering to your highest potential. The power of routine lies in its accumulative effect. Like drops of water slowly filling a cup, each small practice builds upon the last, creating a reservoir of spiritual power. When you approach your daily rituals with reverence, they become bridges connecting you to universal wisdom. In a valley where mountain winds carried melodies, there lived a musician renowned for her enchanting songs. Each morning, before the sun touched the horizon, she would perform a careful ritual. First, she would clean her instrument with gentle attention. Then she would tune each string with precision, listening intently to every note. Finally, she would play a simple melody, allowing the vibrations to align with the morning air. Those who heard her play spoke of music that seemed to come from the heavens themselves. Yet when asked about her gift, she would smile and say, "The music flows purely because I maintain harmony within. My morning ritual is not about the instrument alone. It is about tuning my entire being to the symphony of life." Just as this musician understood the necessity of daily attunement, you too can establish practices that maintain your vibrational harmony. Each morning, ritual becomes a sacred act of alignment, preparing your energy to resonate with the highest frequencies of creation. Sacred morning ritual practice. Create a personal ceremony to begin each day in vibrational alignment. Find a quiet space as dawn approaches. Begin with 3 deep breaths, allowing gratitude to fill your heart with each inhale. Speak 3 blessings into the morning air, acknowledging the gifts in your life. Close your eyes and visualize golden light surrounding you, cleansing and elevating your energy. Feel this light penetrating every cell, raising your frequency to match your highest potential. Complete your ritual with 7 conscious breaths, each one drawing you deeper into alignment with universal harmony. This practice, performed faithfully each morning, will become your anchor to higher vibrations, much like the sage's ancient movements or the musician's daily attunement. Chapter 15. Healing and Raising the Body's Vibration. In a hidden valley blessed by mineral springs, there lived a healer whose touch carried the power of nature itself. Each morning, he would walk barefoot through dewy grass, gather herbs warmed by sunlight, and drink from crystal-clear streams. Those who sought his wisdom noticed that his very presence seemed to glow with vitality, as though the elements themselves flowed through his veins. Your physical form serves as the sacred vessel through which universal energy flows. The ancient masters understood that the body's vibration responds to everything you consume, every movement you make, and each moment of rest you allow. When you nourish your temple with foods that carry life force, engage in movement that awakens energy, and grant yourself restorative rest, you raise your entire being to a higher frequency. The foods you choose carry their own vibrational signature. Fresh fruits and vegetables, ripened by the sun, hold the highest frequencies of life force. Pure water, allowed to flow freely, maintains its natural crystalline structure. When you select these high-vibration nutrients, you infuse your cells with light. Movement creates waves of energy through your system, much like a stone creating ripples across a still pond. As you stretch, walk, dance, or simply breathe deeply, you activate the flow of life force through your body's energy pathways. Rest, too, plays its vital role. In stillness, your body naturally attunes to higher frequencies, like an instrument finding its perfect pitch. Along an ancient trade route, a traveler stopped at a monastery where he had planned to rest for just one night. As he observed the monks' reverence for their physical form, their mindful eating, gentle movements, and peaceful rest, he began to understand a profound truth. His body was not merely a vessel for traveling from place to place, but a sacred temple housing his spirit. Day by day, he adopted their practices. He ate slowly, choosing foods that felt alive with energy. He moved with awareness, treating each step as a blessing to the earth. He honored his need for rest, knowing that renewal was as natural as the setting sun. As weeks passed, his entire being began to shimmer with new vitality. When finally he resumed his journey, he carried with him not just teachings, but a transformed relationship with his physical form. Your body speaks in the language of sensation, always communicating its needs through subtle signals. By treating it as the sacred vessel it truly is, you allow your physical form to resonate at its highest potential. Body awareness practice. Take a moment now to sit in stillness with your physical form. Place one hand over your heart and one on your abdomen. Breathe deeply and ask your body what it needs most in this moment. Perhaps more nourishing foods, gentle movement, or deep rest. Listen without judgment to the wisdom that arises. Choose one aspect of physical care that calls to you most strongly. Make a clear commitment to honor this need, whether it means including more living foods in your meals, creating time for daily movement, or establishing sacred rest periods. Write your commitment down and speak it aloud, sealing your promise to treat your body as the temple it is. Chapter 16. Connecting with the Divine Frequency. In the heart of an ancient forest, a wanderer sought refuge from his endless searching. Day after day, he sat beneath a towering oak, his mind racing with questions unanswered. As weeks passed, his thoughts began to slow, like leaves settling after a storm. One morning, as the first light touched the earth, he felt it, a gentle pulse, steady and sure, rising from the ground beneath him. In that moment, he realized the answers he sought had always been present in the sacred rhythm of existence itself. The universe speaks in the language of vibration, its wisdom flowing through every particle of creation. When you learn to still your mind, you tap into this divine frequency that has guided mystics and masters throughout the ages. This connection exists beyond thought, beyond word, beyond the constant chatter of daily life. Meditation serves as your gateway to this universal energy. As you quiet your mind, you naturally align with the higher frequencies that surround you. Like a radio tuning to the perfect station, your inner silence allows you to receive the clear signal of divine wisdom. This practice requires no special skill, only the willingness to be still and listen. In the depths of this stillness, you discover that you are not separate from this universal energy, but an integral part of its infinite dance. Every breath draws you deeper into harmony with this divine frequency. Every moment of quiet attention strengthens your connection to the source of all creation. High in the mountains, where ancient winds carried whispers of wisdom, lived a sage known for his profound connection to the universal force. Those who found their way to his simple dwelling often discovered him sitting in perfect stillness, a slight smile gracing his weathered face. When asked about his practice, he would simply say, "I listen to the silence between thoughts, for there lies the voice of the universe." One day, a student asked how long he had been practicing this deep listening. The sage's eyes twinkled as he replied, "The universe has always been speaking. I simply learned to become quiet enough to hear it." Through his example, many learned that true wisdom comes not from accumulating knowledge, but from accessing the stillness where all knowing resides. Just as the sage found his connection through inner quiet, you too can access this divine frequency. The universe's energy flows through you in every moment. Meditation simply allows you to become aware of what has always been present. Now bring your focus to the universal connection practice. Find a quiet space where you will remain undisturbed. Sit comfortably with your spine straight, allowing your body to settle into stillness. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, releasing any tension with each exhale. Now bring your attention to the silence that exists between your thoughts. Don't try to force thoughts away. Simply observe the quiet spaces that naturally occur. As you rest in this stillness, imagine yourself opening to the universal frequency that surrounds you. Feel it gently resonating through your being, like ripples on still water. Remain in this practice for 5 to 10 minutes, allowing the universe's energy to flow through you naturally. When thoughts arise, gently return your attention to the silence, knowing that in this quiet space you connect with the infinite wisdom that guides all of creation. Part 3. Embodying Vibration and Manifestation. Chapter 17. The Practice of Self-Love and Compassion. In a serene valley where morning mist clung to ancient stone walls, there lived a gardener whose flowers bloomed with extraordinary vibrancy. While other gardens withered in harsh conditions, his flourished through every season. Those who passed by would marvel at the beauty, yet few noticed how he tended not only to his plants, but to himself with equal care. Each morning he would sit among his flowers, speaking gentle words of encouragement both to his plants and to his own heart. You possess within you this same capacity for nurturing growth. The energy of self-love flows like life-giving water through the garden of your being, nourishing every aspect of your existence. When you direct compassion inward, you create a vibration that attracts the very essence of abundance and joy. This sacred truth reveals itself through the ages. Your relationship with yourself shapes the energy you emit into the universe. As you cultivate kindness toward your own being, you naturally raise your vibration to match the frequency of divine love. This elevated state becomes a magnetic force, drawing to you experiences that mirror your inner harmony. Many seek love's power in the outer world, yet the most potent form of love begins within. Like a garden that requires consistent care, your inner landscape thrives when tended with patience and understanding. Each moment of self-compassion plants seeds of positive energy that blossom into external manifestations. In a distant village lived a woman known for bringing peace wherever she went. People would seek her presence, finding comfort in her gentle energy. Yet her greatest wisdom emerged when she shared her secret. Before I learned to offer kindness to others, I first had to offer it to myself. Only when I filled my own cup could I truly nourish those around me. As she walked through the village each day, she would pause to rest when tired, speak kindly to herself when faced with challenges, and celebrate her small victories. Gradually, the villagers noticed that her self-compassion created a ripple effect, touching everyone who crossed her path. Her inner peace became a light that illuminated the way for others. Just as the gardener's tender care allowed his flowers to reach their full potential, and the kind villager's self-compassion created waves of peace, your own self-love holds transformative power. When you nurture yourself with the same devotion you would offer a precious garden, you allow your true nature to flourish. The self-love nurturing practice invites you to plant daily seeds of compassion in your inner garden. Each morning, take a quiet moment to write a message of kindness to yourself. Let these words flow from your heart, as natural as water nourishing soil. Your message might acknowledge your strength, celebrate your growth, or simply express appreciation for who you are. Place this note where you can see it throughout the day, allowing its energy to remind you of your inherent worth. Chapter 18, Letting Go. In the heart of an ancient forest, where wisdom whispers through leaves of gold, a river carved its path through the land. Unlike other waters that fought against obstacles, this river flowed with remarkable grace. When rocks appeared in its course, the water simply curved around them, continuing its journey without resistance. Those who watched closely noticed that the river reached its destination with greater ease than the streams that struggled against their path. You stand now at the threshold of understanding a universal truth, the art of allowing. The river's wisdom speaks to the very essence of manifestation, the power of release. When you grasp too tightly to your desires, you create resistance that blocks their natural flow toward you. Just as water cannot be held in a clenched fist, abundance cannot flow into a consciousness gripped by attachment. The universe responds not to force, but to alignment. When you release your grip on outcomes, you enter a state of pure attraction. This seeming paradox holds the key to manifestation. The less you clutch at your desires, the more freely they flow to you. Your role is not to force the river's course, but to align with its natural movement. In the mountains lived a young bird who yearned to soar among the highest peaks. Day after day she stood at the cliff's edge, analyzing the winds and planning her perfect flight. Yet fear kept her grounded, her wings trembling with doubt. One morning, as dawn painted the sky, she witnessed an eagle riding the currents with effortless grace. The eagle shared a simple truth. The wind already knows the way. Your task is not to control it, but to trust and let go. In that moment, the young bird understood. She spread her wings and released herself to the air, no longer fighting against it, but becoming one with its flow. Her surrender became her strength, and she found herself carried higher than she had ever dreamed possible. This truth mirrors your own journey of manifestation. Like the young bird, you may stand at the edge of your desires, attempting to control every detail of their unfolding. Yet true power lies in release. When you surrender your grip on how your dreams must manifest, you allow the universe's infinite wisdom to guide their arrival. The release and flow practice invites you to experience this freedom firsthand. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed, close your eyes, and bring to mind one goal or desire that you've been holding tightly. Visualize this desire as a leaf resting in your palm. Feel its weight, its texture. Now, imagine yourself standing by a gently flowing stream. With a soft exhale, place your leaf upon the water's surface. Watch as the current carries it downstream, moving freely with the water's natural flow. Notice the sense of peace that comes as you release control, trusting in the stream's perfect guidance. Let this image remind you that your desires flow most freely when you release them to the universe's care. Chapter 19. Expanding into Limitless Abundance. In a bustling marketplace of old, where fortunes rose and fell like the desert sun, there lived a merchant known for his careful accounting of every coin. Each night, he would count his wealth obsessively, fearing the day it might slip away. Though his coffers were full, his heart remained empty, haunted by visions of loss. One evening, a mysterious elder appeared at his shop as the market closed. Despite having nothing to trade, she spoke of a wealth beyond gold. "The universe's abundance," she said, "flows like water. Try to hold it too tightly and it slips through your fingers. Open your hands and it pools naturally in your palm." At first, the merchant dismissed her words, yet something stirred within him when she asked, "What good is a river if it hoards its water? Does not its very flowing bring life to all it touches?" The next day, moved by an impulse he didn't quite understand, he began offering extra measures to his customers, sharing his knowledge freely and helping struggling vendors find their footing. To his amazement, his generosity returned multiplied. New opportunities appeared, valuable connections formed, and his business flourished beyond measure. In releasing his grip on scarcity, he had opened the floodgates of abundance. The flow of prosperity follows universal law. When you approach life from a mindset of lack, you create resistance to abundance's natural current. Your thoughts of scarcity become the very walls that block wealth's flow. Yet when you embrace the truth of infinite abundance, you align with the universe's natural state of prosperity. Just as a garden flourishes through the free exchange of nutrients, pollen, and water, your life thrives through the open flow of giving and receiving. Each act of generosity creates ripples in the universal energy field, returning to you amplified. This is not mere coincidence, but the operation of cosmic law. Along a desert road traveled a man with only 3 dates to his name. Meeting an exhausted family, he shared 2 dates without hesitation. Later, offering his last date to a child, he continued his journey empty-handed but full-hearted. As dusk approached, he found himself welcomed into a merchant caravan where his knowledge of the stars proved invaluable. The grateful merchants offered him not just food and shelter, but a position that would secure his fortune for life. The universe responds not to what you hold, but to what you freely give. Like the traveler, when you trust in abundance enough to share even your last resource, you demonstrate faith in the universal flow. This faith becomes a magnetic force, attracting prosperity in unexpected ways. The gratitude abundance practice invites you to experience this truth. Take a quiet moment with pen and paper. Begin listing everything you feel grateful for, from the air you breathe to the opportunities before you. As you write each blessing, pause to feel the fullness it brings to your life. Notice how this practice shifts your energy from scarcity to abundance, opening new channels for prosperity to flow. Chapter 20, Aligned Action. In a village renowned for its skilled artisans, there lived a craftsman whose work surpassed all others in beauty and durability. Each dawn, before touching his tools, he would stand in silence before his workbench, allowing the first light to wash over his instruments. With reverent care, he cleaned each tool, arranging them precisely as though preparing for a sacred ceremony. Through this daily ritual, your vibration rises to meet your intentions, drawing forth the essence of creation itself. The universe responds not merely to your desires, but to the energy behind your actions. When you move in harmony with your highest purpose, each step carries the power to manifest your dreams. The law of vibration teaches that aligned action creates a magnetic force, drawing your desires closer with each purposeful movement. Your actions speak a language beyond words. They broadcast your energy into the universal field. When these actions flow from inner guidance rather than external pressure, they carry a potency that transcends ordinary effort. To attract your desires, your movements must match their frequency. Like a tuning fork that resonates with its matching tone, your actions must vibrate in harmony with your goals. This alignment occurs naturally when you pause before acting, ensuring your energy matches your intention. In the mountains lived a young dancer who had lost her passion for movement. Though she practiced diligently, her performances felt hollow until a wise teacher shared a secret. Before you dance, listen to the whispers of your heart. Let your movements flow from that sacred space. Following this guidance, she began each practice by turning inward, waiting for an inner prompting before moving. Soon her dance transformed, becoming an expression of pure inspiration. Audiences were moved to tears by the authentic power of her performance, drawn by the resonance of her aligned action. Her story mirrors the universal truth that actions born of inner guidance carry a magnetic charge. When you move from this space of alignment, the universe conspires to support your efforts. Each step taken in harmony with your highest vibration becomes a beacon, attracting opportunities that match your energy. The practice of aligned action requires presence and trust. Before undertaking any significant task, pause to check your vibration. Ask yourself, does this action flow from my highest self? Does it resonate with my true desires? When you sense alignment, move forward with confidence, knowing the universe responds to your energetic signature. Bring your attention now to the aligned action practice. Each morning, set aside a sacred moment to identify one inspired action that calls to you from the depths of your being. Before undertaking this action, sit quietly in contemplation and set a clear, unwavering intention. Feel the magnetic energy of your desire coursing through you, allowing it to fully infuse your planned movement with purpose and power. Sense how this intention resonates with your highest good. Then, carry out your action with complete presence and conviction, knowing it carries within it the divine power to attract your deepest dreams into manifestation. This single aligned action, performed with pure intention, creates ripples through the fabric of the universe that draw forth corresponding circumstances and opportunities. Chapter 21. Living in the present moment. In a remote valley where ancient mountains touch the sky, a wanderer walked the winding paths in search of enlightenment. Though he had journeyed far, studying with masters and seeking wisdom in sacred texts, peace eluded him. One morning, as sunlight spilled across the mountainside, he came upon a single wildflower growing from a crack in the stone. Something about its simple presence called to him, and he knelt beside it. As he observed the delicate petals, the gentle sway in the breeze, time seemed to still. In that moment of pure attention, his restless mind found the peace he had sought across countless miles. The present moment holds within it the highest vibration available to you. When you align fully with what is here now, you tap into the pure energy of existence itself. Your thoughts of past and future create interference patterns in your vibrational field, while presence allows your energy to rise naturally to its peak frequency. Like a radio finding perfect reception, your awareness in the present moment tunes you to the universe's clearest signal. This alignment happens naturally when you release the mental static of past regrets and future worries, allowing yourself to rest in the eternal now. In this space of pure presence, you become a crystal clear channel for divine wisdom to flow through unimpeded. Just as ancient sages discovered in their deepest meditations, this state of awareness is your natural inheritance, a birthright that has merely been forgotten in the rush and tumult of modern life. When you choose to anchor yourself fully in the present, you tap into the same infinite well of power that has guided mystics and masters throughout the ages. In a monastery high in the mountains, a young student struggled with an agitated mind. His master observed his distress and led him to the garden. "Sit here," the master instructed, "and watch the leaves dance in the wind." At first, the student's thoughts continued their chaotic dance, but as he gave his full attention to the gentle movement of the leaves, his mind began to still. Hour after hour, he sat in simple observation until his racing thoughts settled like leaves after a storm. In that clarity, he discovered that peace had been available all along, waiting in the present moment. This story reveals the transformative power of presence. Just as the student found stillness by aligning with the present moment, you too can access deeper peace by bringing your attention fully to now. When you rest in presence, your vibration naturally harmonizes with the universal frequency. Let's now move on to the present moment practice. Find a quiet space where you will remain undisturbed. Set aside 5 minutes, letting go of all obligations beyond this moment. Close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. Notice the natural rhythm of inhalation and exhalation. When thoughts arise, gently return your focus to the breath. Allow this simple awareness to anchor you in the eternal now, feeling your vibration align with the peace of presence. Chapter 22. Faith Beyond Sight. In a time when maps were rare treasures, a sailor named Marcus journeyed across vast oceans. Though storms concealed the sun and clouds veiled familiar landmarks, he navigated by placing his trust in the eternal stars above. Night after night he studied their positions, learning to read their ancient language. When others doubted his course, Marcus remained steadfast, knowing that unseen forces guided his way home. You possess within you this same capacity for unwavering trust. The universe operates through invisible laws, weaving patterns too vast for mortal eyes to perceive. Just as Marcus trusted the stars to guide his vessel, you too can rely on universal forces to direct your path. Trust forms the foundation of vibrational alignment. When you release doubt and embrace faith in the unseen, you elevate your frequency to match the pure energy of possibility. This trust acts as an invisible bridge, connecting your present reality to your desired future. The universe responds to this elevated vibration, orchestrating circumstances beyond your current vision. Many seek guarantees before taking action, yet the highest manifestations arise from trust in the unknown. Like a seed buried in darkness that knows to reach toward light, your inner wisdom recognizes the path ahead. By aligning with this knowing, you allow universal forces to work through you, bringing forth possibilities that logic alone could never conceive. In distant hills where sheep grazed on morning dew, a young shepherd named Thomas felt drawn to journey beyond his familiar pastures. Though others warned of dangers in unknown territories, something within urged him forward. Each morning he would pause and listen to his heart's quiet guidance. When doubt arose, he remembered the way his sheep instinctively found water in hidden springs. If simple animals could trust their inner knowing, surely he could trust his. Following this invisible compass, Thomas discovered valleys of abundance his people had never known. His faith in the unseen had led him to prosperity that transformed not only his life, but the lives of his entire village. This tale mirrors your own journey. Like Thomas, you carry within you an inner guidance system that knows the way forward. When you trust this wisdom, your vibration aligns with the universal flow, allowing life to unfold in perfect timing. The universe's faithful letter practice. Find a quiet moment and take out paper and pen. Write a letter expressing your complete trust in the universe's guidance. Pour your heart onto the page, sharing your dreams and affirming your faith in their unfolding. Release any need to control the timing or method of manifestation. Close your letter with gratitude, knowing that universal forces are already at work bringing your desires into form. Keep this letter as a testament to your trust, returning to it whenever doubt appears. Chapter 23. Embodying the Energy of Success. In a distant land, a humble traveler walked the dusty roads between villages. Though his clothes were simple and his possessions few, he carried himself with the dignity of royalty. Each step resonated with quiet confidence, each gesture flowed with grace. When others asked of his bearing, he would smile and say, "I walk as the person I am becoming." Years passed, and through wisdom and service, this same traveler was chosen by the people to become their king. Those who witnessed his coronation remarked that nothing in his demeanor had changed. He had already embodied the essence of leadership long before wearing the crown. You hold within you the power to shape your reality through the energy you embody today. The universe responds not to your outer circumstances, but to the vibration you maintain. When you align your energy with your aspirations, you create a magnetic force that draws those very circumstances into being. Success exists first as an internal state before manifesting in the external world. By living in the energy of your desired reality now, you create a vibrational blueprint that the universe naturally fulfills. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions in this moment are the seeds of tomorrow's harvest. In the heart of a bustling city lived a young musician named Sarah. Though she performed in small cafes, she approached each note with the mastery of a concert pianist. She treated every audience as though they filled grand halls and each practice session as preparation for her greatest performance. Sarah understood that excellence was not a destination, but a way of being. When others noticed her dedication, she would explain, "I am not practicing to become great. I practice because greatness lives within this moment." As time passed, her reputation grew, and larger venues began requesting her presence. Yet those who knew her observed that her approach never changed. She had always played with the soul of a master. This story reflects a universal truth. Your current vibration shapes your future reality. Like Sarah, who embodied musical excellence before recognition came, you too can live in the energy of your highest vision today. Success is not something you chase, but something you become. Bring your focus now towards the daily embodiment practice. Take a moment each morning to connect with your most successful self. Feel the confidence in your posture, the clarity in your thoughts, the certainty in your actions. Throughout the day, pause and ask yourself, how would my most successful self approach this moment? Let this energy infuse your interactions, your decisions, and your presence. Move through your day not as someone seeking success, but as someone who embodies it fully in the present moment. Chapter 24. Becoming the Vibration of Your Dreams. In the highest mountains of an ancient land, there lived a sage whose presence seemed to merge with the very air around him. Those who sought his wisdom often passed him by, for he appeared as natural as the rocks and trees, his energy so perfectly aligned with his surroundings that he became one with them. Only those who looked with their hearts could perceive him. You, like this sage, possess the ability to unite your energy with the very essence of your desires. This unity transcends mere wanting or wishing. It is a state of being where you and your aspirations become indistinguishable from one another. The fundamental truth of manifestation lies not in reaching for what you seek, but in recognizing that you already embody its essence. When you vibrate in perfect harmony with your desires, you do not chase them, you become them. This transformation occurs in the sacred space between thought and form, where energy shapes reality. Consider the air you breathe. You do not question its presence or doubt its availability. You simply breathe, knowing it surrounds you always. This same certainty, this natural acceptance, is the key to embodying your desires. When you exist in the energy of your dreams with the same certainty that you breathe, manifestation becomes as natural as the rising sun. In a quiet village lived a sculptor who approached each block of stone with reverence. While others saw rough marble, she perceived the finished masterpiece waiting to emerge. The statue already exists, she would say, her hands moving with certainty. I simply reveal what has always been there. As she worked, her movements flowed with such harmony that observers could glimpse the finished piece before a single chip fell away. Her approach teaches a vital truth about the nature of creation. Just as the sculptor sees and relates to the finished work within the untouched stone, you must perceive and relate to your desires as already present within your reality. This is not pretense, it is recognition of the energetic truth that precedes physical manifestation. It's now time to talk about the future self-meditation practice. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and allow your breath to become smooth and steady. Now step into the energy of your future self, the you who lives the life you dream of. Feel how this version of you moves through the world. Notice the subtle shifts in your posture, the calm certainty in your thoughts, the natural flow of your actions. Let yourself merge completely with this energy, understanding that this future self is not separate from you. It is you expressing your highest vibration. Breathe in this reality, letting it fill every cell of your being. Carry this vibration with you as you open your eyes, knowing that you have touched the truth of who you already are. Conclusion. Through the wisdom of ages, you have journeyed from understanding vibration's essence to mastering its creative power. Like a master musician who has learned to play life's sacred instrument, you now possess the knowledge to orchestrate your reality through the frequency of your being. Your transformation mirrors the metamorphosis of a butterfly. Each stage essential, each moment pregnant with possibility. The practices you have embraced are not mere exercises, but gateways to a heightened state of existence. Your awareness of energy has deepened, your connection to universal forces has strengthened, and your ability to shape reality has awakened. As you stand in this moment, recognize that every breath draws you deeper into alignment with your highest potential. The gratitude you cultivate, the faith you nurture, and the presence you embody are not temporary states but eternal truths of your being. Each practice builds upon the last, creating an ascending spiral of consciousness that continues to elevate your vibration. The universe responds not to what you do occasionally, but to who you become consistently. Your journey with vibration is not a destination to reach, but a path to walk with awareness and intention. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to raise your frequency, every joy an invitation to expand your energetic capacity. Remember that your vibration is your signature in the universal field. As you maintain these high-frequency states, you naturally attract experiences that match your elevated energy. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions weave together, creating a tapestry of manifestation that grows more beautiful with each conscious choice. The power you hold is not in forcing change, but in being the change you seek. As you continue to embody these teachings, your presence becomes a lighthouse, naturally drawing to you the experiences, relationships, and opportunities that resonate with your truth. Your vibration is your offering to the world, and the world responds in kind. Let each day be an opportunity to tune your inner instrument, to align with the highest frequencies of love, abundance, and peace. The practices you have learned are your compass, guiding you back to center when life's currents pull you off course. Trust in the wisdom that flows through you, knowing that your energy shapes not only your personal reality, but contributes to the collective vibration of all existence. The path ahead invites you to continue expanding, growing, and evolving. Each moment offers a fresh canvas for creation, a new opportunity to choose your vibration wisely. Your journey with these universal laws has only begun, and the potential for manifestation grows stronger with every aligned thought and action. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.